Guys, we have an urgent information coming out. The entire world is shaking. Monster storms cause catastrophic flooding in Hong Kong, India, South Korea, Taiwan, and China. You guys already know this is happening in the US too. It's happening in Russia. And the one in Russia is huge. Nobody's talking about that one, but there was a flash flood that completely opened up the road. There was massive sinkholes. And we are definitely seeing a lot of events happening in various places. Earthquake, volcano, flash flooding. I mean, we are definitely seeing it. Villages completely wiped out in seconds. Alright, so we're gonna see what's going on here, guys. And I'm looking at the top right. You see that bridge? I don't know why those people are standing in that bridge. I mean, I wouldn't be in that bridge. Absolutely not. That is crazy. Alright, because that bridge could also snap. Wow. You guys know the bridge is built on structure, and that water just coming in, just it could take everything down. Even this area right here, everything just completely taken down, erasing the picture. When stuff like this happen, you want to stay as far away as possible. Don't be on a bridge. Don't be in a house. Don't be like on a cliff. Get out of there ASAP, because everything could just fall. And there's no outbeating the rolling tossing of the sea. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, Louis Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Another way to support the channel is through Patreon. $5 a month Patreon, we get you access to our live stream. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on this platform. Alright, so thank you again for your support. Now, Patreon is another way. So, again, we don't sell any merch. We don't advertise gold and stuff like that. We don't do none of that type of stuff, guys. And you know, someone sent me an email, you know, everything for you is about the money. I'm like, if it was about the money, I would be advertising gold and stuff like that. You know how many a YouTuber advertise gold and stuff like that? They get money out of that. I don't do that type of stuff. So if it was all for the money, I'd be putting a whole bunch of advertisement in this video when it comes to promoting companies like gold and all that. But again, your support is what truly helps out. We don't do advertisement here. We like old school and stuff like that. You know, we don't go with other companies. All right, so we have never seen a year quite like this. I wrote about the year of the flood on July 15 and July 27, and now I am writing about it again. If I haven't convinced you by now that something really weird is going on, I don't know what to tell you. This link will be in the description box. Very, I think this is Mike Snyder. If Michael Snyder, if I'm not mistaken. So it says here, the record-breaking storms and record-breaking floods just keep hitting us again and again all over the world. During this past week, it is Asia that has been really taking a beating. And that's true. We got hit hard. And then it seems like it's going to Asia, it's going to China, it's going to Taiwan, it's going to Hong Kong. I mean, everybody's just getting hit. Sometimes when I write this article about what is taking place on the other side of the world, a certain percentage of my readers tune out. But please don't do that, because what I have to share today is very important. And that's very true. That's very true. That's absolutely true. I agree with this person. You shouldn't tune out. You need to listen. All right, these are watchmen, watchwomen sounding the alarm here. All right, people just tune out when again, let's say, you know, when I do the verse of the day, the Bible, everybody, I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people tune out. And I could tell because YouTube had the statistic that said a certain time that people tunes out. And when I do the verse of the day, people just leave. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Again, you need to listen to these messages, man. But when people talk about aliens, people tune in. It goes to tell you that we are definitely in a very, very, very dangerous time when it comes to saving many. Again, the souls of many. People are in a really, really tough path. Jesus says the road to heaven is narrow. Not many people will find it. The road to hell is straight. A lot of people will find that. So Jesus is trying to say not too many is going to find heaven. Everybody choose to go to the other path. That path is more packed. Very, very disturbing. So put on the whole armor of God and stay focused in Jesus. It says here, let me begin with what is happening in Hong Kong. According to the NYT, torrential rain that has been going on for days is turning roads into rivers and is picking up cars and sweeping them away. Days of relentless rain in Hong Kong set off major floods on Tuesday that swept cars away, inundated a hospital emergency ward, and left buses stranded. Roads winding down the city's steep hills turned into rivers. Even for Hong Kong, a city accustomed to seasonal typhoons, the record-breaking deluge has pushed it to its limit, straining city services and testing the patience and wits of its residents. Hong Kong has never experienced anything like this before. In fact, Hong Kong just had its highest daily rainfall in August since records began in 1884. It goes to tell you that the signs of the heavens prophecy is at work. I believe the sun is increasing. So parts of the Hong Kong were brought to a standstill by flooding caused by heavy rains on Tuesday, after the highest tier rainstorm warning was issued for the fourth time in 8 days. The city logged its highest daily rainfall in August since records began in 1884 at just over 355 millimeters, recorded at the Hong Kong Weather Observatory's headquarters at 2 p.m. In India, flash flooding just sent a wall of water, mud, and debris slamming into Himalayan village of Dharali. Now it says here, a surge of flood water tore through a mountainous village in northern India Tuesday, leaving at least 4 gone and dozens missing, officials said. Dramatic video from the Himalayan village Dharali, Uttarakhand state, shows that the wall of water, mud, and debris tearing down the mountainside and through the village, destroying the homes and businesses in its path. You can't outbeat the force of this massive amount of water. It goes to tell you that this is just a tip of it, of what many experienced in the time of Noah. I mean, the flood, that had to be a whole different ball game, man. But it goes to tell you that. There we go. It goes to tell you that these world events that is related to Bible prophecy is the real deal. People need to start waking up. I believe what's happening in the world is an alarm clock. It's trying to wake us up. The Lord is trying to wake us up. The Lord is reminding us, time is short. Time is short. You need to get ready. Jesus is coming. Jesus says that his return is imminent. He said, when you see all these signs, when you hear of wars, when you hear of many things, an earthquake and many false prophets, when you hear of all these events, these are signs of my return. And I do believe Jesus is coming soon. We don't know the day or hour, but one thing I tell you is that we definitely seen a sign that Jesus said to look out for. The flooding occurred around 1:45 p.m. local time, according to District Magistrate Prashant area in the city of Uttarakhand. At least 4 people were confirmed passed, and my condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. Now, there are a lot of guest houses, restaurants, and hotels there, because of which we immediately requested the Army to aid rescue operations. Apparently, dozens of local residents had just gathered at a temple for some sort of religious festival when the wall of water struck. It is being reported that about 100 people have been reported missing, and scores remain unaccounted for. Dozens in the village have been gathered in a temple for a festival as the wave of dark water and debris struck at high velocity. The Indian Defense Minister confirmed that 4 have been out in the event, but officials feared that the number could rise. Approximately 100 were reported missing on Tuesday, and scores remain unaccounted for, a fear trapped. Oh man. Including about 8 soldiers who were reported missing from a camp in the area. And that's one thing, guys. A lot of people don't think about this, but the mud. Oh man. That's another issue too. The mud is another issue. I mean, in the mountains, you live in the mountains, all that rain, I mean, again, the ground is going to be all muddy, and you can't run it. You can't. Your foot is like being sucked into it, and it just, it's brutal. It's brutal. I mean, this is why the only way you can be saved, you run towards Jesus. All these world events that's happening. It says here, approximately 100 were missing, so we already know that. In South Korea, 11 inches of rain in a 24-hour period caused severe flooding across the southern regions of the country. An extreme rainfall event struck South K between August 3rd and August the 4th, 2025, triggering severe flooding across the southern regions of the country. Over 280 millimeter, 11 inches of rainfall was recorded in Mao in just 24 hours, with the hourly rainfall rate reaching over extreme 140 mm, 6 inches of August the 4th. But that is nothing compared to what just happened in Taiwan. In one district in southern Taiwan, more than 9 feet of rain has fallen since July 28th. Let me just click on that one. Just mentioning the mud. I remember in Puerto Rico, we got hit by Hurricane George. That was a big hurricane too. That was a big one. I think it was a Category 5. And I still remember, like it was yesterday. That was, I think, 1998. I was like 13 years old. And right after the hurricane, a lot of people just go out and they set up these traps. It's like the crab traps. We use like the big PVC pipes, and we build like this door. When they go in, they can get out. And we used to catch these big crabs. But it's not like the blue crabs. These are like the one that live underground. They call it hueyes. So it's just big ones with big claws and everything. They live in the dirt. And I remember me and my brothers and friends, we went out, and my brother saw this big massive hole, and that's where the crab be at. He went towards it, and he kind of slipped into this mud, and boy oh boy, that was scary. We tried to take him out, and like pull him out of it, but it was so hard. It was just the mud is just trying to push him in, but there was someone there that kind of helped out. But boy oh boy, that's still brings nightmare. Stuff like that people need to be careful with. Give me a second here, guys. Okay, here we go. So we left off on this one. So yeah, the part of Puerto Rico I used to live at was Vega Alta. That's like in the northern part, like the mountains. The dirt is like really dry. It's like clay, and it's like a reddish color. But when it rains, it's like this thick mud. I mean, it's. I used to hate it because I have clean sneakers, and had to walk on top of that really thick mud. And when it rains a lot, it's a lot worse. All right, so storms dumped more than 2 meters of rains in parts of Taiwan over the past week, taking 5 and triggering floods and landslides in central and southern areas, authorities said Monday. The torrential rain has lashed a swath of islands since July 28, forcing several thousands to seek shelter, damaging roads, and shuttering offices. Maolin, a mountainous district in southern Taiwan, recorded more than 2.8 meters, 9 feet of rain since July 28, the Central Weather Administration. That's more than Taiwan annual rainfall of 2.1 meters last year, according to the agency data. I can't even imagine that much rain. Needless to say, all of that water caused horrific flooding and severe landslide over a very wide area. Of course, I don't want to leave the recent flooding and the Red Dragon out of this article. People need to learn these things. Again, it just gives you, more of being prepared and having wisdom and knowledge. When it rains a lot, you don't want to go towards the mountain. You don't want to go towards that region. I mean, especially like the muddy area, you don't want to be in that area. Again, North Carolina, there was some mountainous area that were impacted. Days of torrential rain have taken at least 30 in the northern outskirts of the Red Dragon capital, state media reported Tuesday, as the Red Dragon grapples with yet another deadly raining season marked by some very extreme downpours, devastating floods, and landslides. In recent days, intense rainstorms have battered much of northern Red Dragon, a densely populated part of the country home to massive metropolises as well as agricultural heartlands. As vast quantities of water rapidly rushed through the Himalayan district in northern of the Red Dragon capital, it took vehicles and electricity poles with it. Man, it took everything. So footage circulating on social media shows brown floodwater sweeping through residential communities, washing away cars, knocking down electricity poles, and turning streets into rivers in Himalayan. Dozens of roads have been damaged, potentially complicating rescue efforts, and in more than 100 smaller, more rural villages, the downpours have also cut off electricity. Can anyone point to a time when we have seen so much catastrophic flooding all over the world in a single year? As I keep reminding my readers, we are living in apocalyptic times. I wish that I could tell you that all of this is temporary and that condition will return to normal, but I can't. I fully expect the year of the flood to continue, and I also expect quite a few other surprises in the months ahead as well. So I think this is from Michael Snyder. All right, so I'm gonna share this link in the description box if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, so the author, about the author Michael Snyder. Okay, so I guess that was him. Yeah. So I love his stuff. Everything he says is accurate. I mean, he breaks down like the world events and how all this is related to scriptures. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just the tip of it. we are definitely seeing a lot of events happening. And like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please share the video. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Luis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 U.S. Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For he's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.